Hello. Today we're talking about automating your Instagram. It's a feature on Topmate which lets you manage your DMs, manage your comments on posts, manage your comments, replies on stories, and automate it according to your needs. You must have seen a lot of creators posting content on Instagram with captions like comment free for a guide, right? This feature basically enables you to do that as well, and it is completely free, and it lets you add any number of automations, and any number of people coming into automation will get their messages delivered. So there's no capping on the number of people receiving the DMs, and no capping on how many posts and how many the type of live story or DM you can automate. So first step for using this feature would obviously be to connect your Instagram. You can come to your Topmate dashboard by logging into Topmate or signing up on Topmate. Navigate to AutoDM, and here you'll be finding an option to connect your Instagram. Uh, we ask for certain permissions. So Instagram automation works if we have the uh, permissions to manage your replies and DMs, and these permissions are used effectively to communicate whatever needs to be communicated based on the automation rules that you have set up, and the instances for that is deleted immediately. So we are not storing any data. We are keeping your data secure, and you will be in control of the automations. You can disconnect, you can pause, stop automations anytime you want. So do read through this if you want, and just continue to connect your Instagram. Here you can see what all permissions we require. View profile and access media is required so that we get to know what post you want to automate for. We need access to manage comments, we need access to manage messages. So once you give us the desired permission and come back to the Topmate dashboard, it'll take 5-10 seconds and it'll connect to your Instagram, right? So your Instagram has been successfully connected. Now you need to start creating automations. Now most of you would already be knowing what kind of automations one can create, but for a wider audience, I'll quickly walk you through all the automations that we have on the product. So first is the post comments. What this means is that it automatically responds to comments on your Instagram posts and reels. It sets up custom keyword triggers and then send personalized DMs. So let's start with post comment automation. So this is the whole creation flow. It is very simple, and it is very common to all the automation types that we have. So once you know about one automation type, you will be quickly able to create automations for any other post type as well. First thing is to create an automation name. It is an internal thing. This is basically to help you discover your automations quickly. Let's say you are doing an Independence Day campaign, right? And you just would like to mark it as Independence Day so that whenever you want to check out the stats, check out the number of emails, followers that you have gained through it, you can easily find it. After that, this automation, the post reel automation starting point is always someone commenting on the post or reel. And how it works is you can automate all your posts, which means if in any of the posts someone types the particular keyword that you want, that automation will kick in. But you can also do next post reel, which basically means if you have already prepared some content that is going to live, let's say in the next 1-2 hours, you can predefine everything on Topmate, set the automation to be next post, and whenever that post goes live, your automation will kick in directly on that post. And then obviously the most useful feature would be the specific post one, because all your posts would be having different kind of CTAs, different kind of expectation for a follower, right? So you would want to create as specific automations as you can. So let's say these are the two posts on my Instagram handle right now. Let's say I pick the first one. I'll get a preview of the post here, and this way I'll know what post I'm automating it for. Then the next step is what comment do we want to set the trigger as. You can set it for a specific keyword, or you can also set it for any keyword. Any keyword means anyone commenting anything on that post or reel would directly fit in the automation funnel. Specific keyword would mean if someone types hello then the automation will trigger. And you can set up multiple keywords. You can set up you can set up as many keywords as you want so that you cover the spectrum. After that, you can directly go into the DM automation, but for engagement, for letting followers know that they have received your comment and you can check the DMs, you should automate by replying to their comments as well. What this basically will do is anyone typing in these keywords will get a reply on the same comment. So as you can see here hello is the keyword that a username is sending, and then you replied with thanks for commenting, check your DM. So this is an added information point which helps followers to discover your content sooner. After that, once a user has entered the automation, now there will be multiple things that you might want to expect from them, right? So let's say you want only your followers to get access to the actual content that you will be sending at the end. So for that, you would want to enable the opening DM, and you can check out the why for this and why having an opening DM is crucial. Obviously, there is the psychological angle of it, but other than that, why the automation requires opening DM is primarily because the opening message allows the follower to send a message to you. Like we send a button, which I can actually show you as well. So this kind of message will go once if you have enabled the opening DM. Now what it will do is clicking on that button will send a message from follower's end. What this does is that it moves the message from request inbox to direct inbox, which is your primary inbox for them also and for you also. So this way you are now allowed to communicate with them for up to 24 hours because they have sent you a message which is a signal for Instagram that this person wants to engage with you. So this basically will help you unlock the wide spectrum of the AutoDM feature. Now once this is done, you can also set up an automation to first check if that person is a follower or not. So if this is enabled, which is a DM asking to follow you before they get the link, and the person is not following, they will be prompted to follow. Now if they hit follow, we'll check if they have actually followed or not. If they have followed, we'll continue to the next step of the automation, and if they have not, we'll again remind them to follow again. What this does is, firstly, it gains more followers for you, and secondly, you will be able to customize your messages more accordingly. Like this is the default that we have set in, but you can make a full story which takes from opening DM to the final DM. So that is the unlock that you get with this. Now another good thing about the automations on Topmate is that you can also acquire emails, which is like a more stronger touch point for you to have for your followers, right? So if you automate this, this message will be sent, which will be asking for their emails, and then when they reply with their email, then finally they'll get the final DM, which will have all the content that you offered them in the first place. So let's see the flow here. The opening DM went, the user replied, then the follow request went, user followed, and then email request went, and that's it. Now your main part of the DM would be something like, hey, here is your ebook, like whatever you want to deliver to them. Like the whole purpose of this automation is the final DM that you want to add. So this you can do, you can customize the DM, you can customize the button text, which might be like get ebook now, and you can also add, you have to add actually the link to the whatever you're offering, right? So once this is done, clicking on this button will now take the follower to this link and they can access the thing. And another thing we have introduced recently is the follow-up DM, which basically means if the automation has already been triggered and the person has not clicked on the button, we'll remind them in another 4 hours, like, hey, you have still not checked it out, do you want to check it out or not, right? So this is what all type of automation and what all things you can create in post/reel automation. Every other automation will mostly be having the features like these only, like with certain small changes here and there. We'll get to that, but for now this is the automation that we have created. And once you have that, you can directly go live, and this automation now will be live on your profile.